Hey guys, I'm just recording this episode and somebody's playing some music. But I think I should, I want to record this because I want to go over a few things. How do you deal with a spy? How do you know somebody's a spy? Well, a few things. Actually, since I've been doing some spies in this episode and killing a lot of them. Oh, and also Ubering medic chain does always annoy me. Somebody's playing some music. Important lesson to be learned from this. How do you tell a spy? Either 1, they're moving past a person, or 2, generally if they're running towards you. Generally, if somebody's running at you, just check them. Even if you don't think they may not be a spy, but there's no harm in checking. That's important. As long as you check your opponents. That is important. If you check... Oh god, I'm not a fan of that music. Generally, we can trust someone who's shooting at the enemy. If you see someone who's particularly if they're near enemies, and they start shooting at you, there's a good chance that you know what you're doing. There's someone out there, that person is a spy. A good spy doesn't run directly at their opponent. Any circumstance. It's a good rule to follow. If you see someone moving around, you think is a spy, shoot at them. I don't care who they are, just... Note, I got killed by him because I was not looking behind me. That's gonna happen, you will not always beat spies. However, learn an important lesson. If you do see someone who's a spy, check them. If you do see someone and they're running around and you're not sure, generally people who are in your spawn don't count as spies. By the way, people who are in your spawn will not be a spy, so don't worry about that. But you can generally tell a spy because they're not trying to attack the other members. This is a general rule. They're not trying to attack your enemy. That's how you tell that they're a bad spy. That they're bad, they're an enemy. They are, well, playing the whole I'm being sneaky but not actually doing anything for your ally team thing. Remember, if they're not doing anything, kill them. They're probably a spy. There's a good chance that that's a spy. It doesn't help that I'm getting constantly sniped. Note, I get sniped a lot. Because, well, a sniper who knows what they're doing will take out a heavy. I don't feel like anyone's cheating here, it's just I'm not doing the best. It does get a bit annoying when you have 2 medics backing each other up. I think there should be a general rule. If you have 2 medics backing each other up, there's not much you can do. He got me because I was not prepared or ready enough for dealing with a, spy or pyro. I was not prepared. Be careful, I am far from the best player, but in general, checking spies, that is how you do it. When I'm playing this game, make sure everybody you check. Anybody can be a spy if they're not out of spawn. So if you're not sure, check them. You're not a bad player for shooting at your allies if you think they're a spy. Particularly if you count on the point, this is most important. You see an opponent, if they're running towards you in a weird way, shoot at them. Take the initiative. If they're running at you weirdly, shoot at them. If they die, they're not an enemy. Or they start to try to knife you, they're not an enemy. If they start trying to do something strange, then prepare to kill them on sight. That tends to be a good rule. If they're doing something weird or strange, aim and kill. Aim to kill, that is a good rule. Yes, I got them back for that whole medic finasco thing that they were doing earlier. What is that point? I need to heal. crazy pyro thinks he can get away with that. Some stupid pyro thinks he's gonna get away with carrying my point. No. You gotta make sure that whoever's around here is not an enemy. I in general keep this by making... Was that music? Is he really on this server? I'd be quite amazed if I end up in one of his videos. Just making sure. I can't be too careful nowadays. I am very careful with my spies. God damn it. They're gonna tap it. I saw somebody was music on this. I guess. Kick. I think... I don't know. There must be a reason if they're kicking him. I really doubt there's no reason. I saw a spy go around that way. A spy went around that way, and it's important to shoot at spies. Yeah, that's kind of the biggest issue I'm having with this server, and with a lot of servers. Too many snipes and not enough anybody else. Really worth talking about, starts causing problems for team composition. How do you keep Ubering? Screw you and your Ubers! They're bullshit. Sorry, I don't swear. Don't like swear. Get them. Kill medics. Forget them, kill medics. They're annoying. See, these guys. They're annoying and they make it hard to cap out a point. Kill medics. If you ever see the pair of two medics together, immediately go after them. Because there's a good chance that they're gonna try and kill you first. You don't kill them. And in all circumstances, that is bad. For a variety of reasons. Now I'm going to defend it. They capped it, but I'm going to defend it. I defend the cap. Because I am... There's a few spy... That means there's a spy out. Yeah, it's him. But if there's someone running in here, I will immediately kill them. Okay, good. I am literally just making sure that nobody tries to poke their head in here. You all stop hacking. Well, if they want to kick him, that's their business. If they think he's hacking, I'll say yeah. I don't mind kicking my own ally if I think he's... What the heck? Eat this, demo man. This is what you get for trying to demo me. Flippin' hack! Like I said, I'm defending the point. If the point is getting contested, well... Alright. Don't hack the game. Don't hack the game, Mule. Don't hack the game, Mule. It's not fun for anyone. If you're hacking the game, shame on you. Don't hack the game, Mule.
Mission ends in 10 seconds.
Compete fairly. That's why I'm here. The reason I'm here, to compete fairly. So I'm here. Because it ruins the reason why I'm here, to compete fairly. If I can't compete fairly, what's the point? I like competing fairly. I like a fair competition because it shows that I'm actually good at the game and I don't need help. Ow. Ow, I got killed by a Engie with his gunslinger. Jesus. God. Engineer in there. Need some killing. It's killing time, my friend. It's killing time. And spy! How does... Swear there's snipers everywhere on this map. Too many damn snipers. I just saw a spy. I am trying to kill spies. I was doing a really good job of it until now. But in general, I am good with... If I could get out of spawn... Alright. I'm going to get out of... I am... Fine, I failed. I'm not gonna lie with you. Is something gonna change this? Because we're not doing very well here. There's too many snipers. We need to do something on that sniper set. The enemy team has a ton of snipers. Have I been auto-changed? If I have auto-changed, I'm gonna make... Why do I have so many spies? I'm always heavy. I just go heavy a lot because there seems to be a large need for heavies that seems to never get filled by anybody, might I add. Well, I did kill a lot of spies on that. I wish I recorded some of those kills. Generally, as a rule, make sure if you're on the point, look behind you. Always look behind you and don't trust... Okay, well, if the entire server's hacking, I'll find a better map. I'm gonna search for a better server. Just because if everybody's hacking, what's the point of being on the server, right? Okay, First, I'm gonna go here. I don't know how good this is, but what the heck. You see how I'm doing more heavy now instead of pyro? Because more teams need a heavy. Not all, right? But sometimes. You just feel like a team needs you as a heavy than needs as anything else. Because not enough people, and teams in particular, ever get this class right and use it effectively. I think this team doesn't even have one. I'm honestly... This team doesn't seem to have anybody who can push. Seriously, I'm seeing tons of spies and a whole bunch of other people, but nobody's pushing forward. What the heck? How was... Okay, that was officially why that was going... Something was going wrong, because we have a ton of him where he was here. Is the bad news for us in general. Now defended for the 11 minutes. Somebody's trying to cap it, I'm gonna shoot at them. I only just got here and I'm already being productive. Push them off my push-off point. I literally have done nothing this map. It's only because I'm only just got here. I'm just kind of playing for the being here. But I'm doing the... Yeah, he tried. I am just doing the sort of, I'm gonna kill... Why the heck do we have so many people pushed back? Why am I pushed back all the way back to the back of the spawn? Alright, I'm gonna go and help control at that point and stop the enemy team. Meantime, engineers defend, and I'm gonna try and, you know, make sure to pay attention to who's behind you. If you see someone running up behind you, shoot at them a few times. Shoot at them and make sure they die, generally. It's a good way of capping a point. A heavy can be a big distraction. Don't worry if you're gonna get hit a few times. That is part of their job. Don't worry, heck, don't worry if you die as a heavy. After all, you are heavy, you're gonna get hurt. That is general rule of being heavy. You're gonna get hurt a lot, because you're standing in the front lines all the time, particularly in a team like this, which has lots of smaller classes. You will draw all the flak. Seriously, even with one of these guys, and these, you're still going to draw a lot of attention because you're a bigger, strong, more firepower heavy class. I know there was someone down here. Now, if you see someone who's your teammate, make sure to check them. I'm just checking everybody, just making sure. Like I said, maybe I am paying a little too much attention, but you can never be too careful as a heavy, as you're probably, in addition to, as well as engineers and snipers, you're the biggest target for spy to go after. So be incredibly careful. You should always have one eye out on your back. It's one lesson I learned the hard way. I've been killed so many times by spies, I've gotten used to keeping an eye out. Yeah, like that. You see someone, particularly you have a good indication if they're not a pyro, not one of your guys, as if they're, you know, doing something like that. They're not running, they're running behind you, but they're not attacking. Generally, you're often, this is a general rule, flamethrower all over the place if you're pyro. If you're not, well, you learn an important lesson here that that's probably not one of your guys if they're not flaming everywhere. Yeah, that guy was the real deal because he was flamethrowing. A normal person, that's a general rule. If you don't see them firing off rockets or attacking, check them just to make sure. If they're behind you, if they're doing one or two of those different things, then you've got a good idea of that they're one of yours. Because generally, that's a good way to check. Heck, for just standing there. He couldn't have gone far. Yeah. I knew there was a dead winger. I looked at his head. That's a good way to tell there was no head. I just immediately went, okay, he's around here somewhere, and I just have to shoot at him. Yeah, that's how important rule of dealing with spies. Okay, he's hitting me, so it should be fine. But just make sure, even when somebody's doing that, I like to be cautious. Anyway. Cautious with my back. If you're cautious with your back, you will win games. A caution to your own behind can mean the difference between whether you win the match or you lose the map. It can really help. This sniper's clearly doing something wrong because he's not doing what he's supposed to be doing by using his rifle on me. He's literally using his... That's his biggest issue. He's using his gun. He was using his machine gun. If you're a sniper, never use your machine gun on this guy. Shoot him with your... Now, I'm not the best sniper, but if a guy honestly can't snipe a target's head, but still use a sniper rifle. Honestly, you're gonna likely... What the heck? I think he changed teams. Yeah, he changed teams. That's fine. Lol. Anyway. Defend point. Make sure whoever's behind you is not a spy. Gotta generally make sure. I have had enough problems with spies to know that is one of the most important things you do at all times when checking. Don't know why the spy was sitting there. Generally, the spy should not be the one capping your points. If he is, you're doing something wrong because he's not doing his job, which is to kill. Like so. You see what I was doing? I was killing. Even with his rescue ranger, I was having a big effect on their team. I destroyed his sentry, I stopped him from building a sentry, I stopped him from building his defenses. This is an important rule. Yeah, he's moving it, okay. Note I'm gonna just make sure that if anybody's behind me, or around me, I'm gonna make sure that they're not causing me any issues. I'm the only heavy on either team. That's important. I'm the only heavy on either team, I feel like, most of the time. I'm generally... What the heck? Really? That was your plan. Yeah, it's not anymore. Why was he shooting me with his... Okay. He's using a Sydney Sleeper, which can't actually headshot, but in return it covers you in P. Thing is, though, now, Tommy Slav is good if you want to play, you know, the spy kind of engineer, you know what I mean? The spy kind of heavy who wants to sneak around. However, I never do that, I prefer to go for the damage heavy. Okay, here's one of us because he's got piss on him. By one of us, I'm assuming he got hit by the Sydney Sleeper. That guy looks suspicious. I'm going to check on him. Okay, he's using stuff, that's good. I'm trusting him. I think those two are different. I just want to make sure. He's moving a little too fast. I'm just checking. I don't think he was a spy. Check. Making sure. Someone here may be, you know, making sure no spies. I'm getting a bit of lag now, but I'm just making sure there's no spies lurking around the area, because that has been a constant issue. You see? I'm always keeping cautious and always checking for spies. You know? Like I said, I'm talking a lot about this, but it's because it's probably one of the most important factors in a game, is keeping attention to where the enemies have put their spies. Because the difference, a good team knows and pays attention to their team composition, particularly if you have a sentry nest like this. You want to pay attention to who is spy, because anybody can be a spy. Anybody, and I mean anybody. Get me over to the point.
Mission, we have captured the control point.
There's a lot of people around here. But when I die, I kind of expect it. I'm always expecting to die as my class. Don't worry. If you play heavy, don't expect that if you die, it's not always, you know, expect it to happen. But if you're like me and you're constantly checking for spies, because I've had just too many bad experiences with spies.
We have lost control point.
Okay, that's not my fault. I was doing my best I could. I got ganged up by 3 people and I had no support. That's not my problem. What is my problem, however, is my team sucking. That is a problem. They don't seem to be going spy, they just seem to be going offense here. Okay, I'm being healed, I'm capping point, I'm moving, I need to find where the flippin' person, a-hole who flamethrowed me was. Okay. Generally making sure, because there's a lot of people around here. I'll be dying a whole bunch in this episode, and that's fine. I'm heavy, I'm going in and I'm expecting to get hit. In fact, that is kind of my job in this team right now. That's what I'm trying to do as much as possible, is to absorb some damage. Note that he can change weapons, so there's a good chance that there's... Okay, I think we're gonna lose this one, but regardless. I'm not here for winning this. I'm here to improve myself and others. I play a lot of heavy because it tends to be the class that doesn't get used very often. And I feel very accustomed to the heavy being the person on the front. Good. Who are you? Yeah, I'm the sort of the spy check heavy. Yeah, I like that title. I'm the spy check heavy. The heavy that spy checks everybody. Who thinks everybody's a spy. Yeah, that's me. That's my job. The spy check everything. You gotta remember, I am not using any of their... They have all the legacy weapons and guns and things. I'm just using basically standard versions of all the loadouts. Now, yes, I have a thing such as this and that, but basically I'm just using the standard... I'm just using what I like using. I'm getting a bit of lag here because I've been playing for a while. I think my computer's getting a little warmish. Yeah. I need to come back. I'm dying. I was not prepared. I was AFK for 2 seconds and I died. Alright, that's important. That can happen. I believe there was a spy lurking around. There's a spy, I bet. I know one of these enemies is a spy. I know it. I know I saw a spy. Right, rockets. Spy just standing there trying to do nothing. Yeah, I knew there was a dead ringer. Dead flippin' ringer. I know there was he went somewhere. Right. I know the spy went somewhere. See, you can tell that they're a spy. They leave a dead ringer lying around. Generally, that's how you tell. There's a dead ringer. I know we have an enemy spy lurking somewhere in the vicinity of us. And I do know, I don't know who he is, but I know there's a spy and he's not one of us. And I do know. I know there's a spy somewhere. Don't know why this NG is getting that close. Never as an engineer get that close. I've seen it too many times. It's the worst thing you can do as an NG. Who the heck are you? See how I'm checking everybody? Yeah, there's a reason for that. Because I don't trust any of them. It's my team. Anybody in my team can be a spy. See? Check everybody and you've got a good chance of keeping away from spies.
Mission ends in 60 seconds.
Give me a sec. I'll be right back. I may have to end this video soon, but I will keep playing until I get cold. I may have to end this video soon, because dinner will be coming, but I'll do my best to keep, you know, playing until that time comes when dinner is absolutely ready and essentially exploding time. Essentially to die in time for him to die. I got killed by another pyro. Yeah, pyros can be tough. I think dinner will be ready soon, so I'll end this video here. And next episode, I'll play more Team Build. So this is TF2 signing out.